All right, Justine. What's your last name? Justine.
Yalch.
Yalch?
Yalch.
Ouch.
Yalch.
Youch. Justine Yalch.
Yalch.
Youch.
It's like belch, but like with a Y.
So.
Like Yalch.
Youch. Nice. I mean, that's an interesting last name.
I hate it.
So
I really, really do.
You wanted to get hazy IPAs.
Yes.
Today, family owned. Or it says on
not
the
my
can.
family, but
So
I wish.
Why the IPA? Why the hazy IPA?
I love craft beer. I feel like I'm a connoisseur of sorts.
Yeah.
I love going to all the local breweries, always trying new beers. This is like a classic. You really can't go wrong.
Yeah. This is my first beer in a long time, actually. And IPAs are usually stronger than your average beer. So I might feel a little something after this. So
how you feeling?
I'm feeling good now.
Do you like it?
I like it a lot. No, I love IPAs.
This is the classic.
Good. Yeah. And we usually do a cheers. So cheers, lean in.
Hopefully they can sponsor us. Cheers.
So Justine, what have you been up to? Tell us. First things first, you are a photographer. You do shows for bands, live photography, live shows.
Yes.
How did you get into that?
Well, it was kind of an accident. As a kid, probably 13, I was like, oh, I want to be a band manager. I didn't even know what that meant, but I was getting into asking Alexandria and Attack. I was like, I'm so cool. I just want to work with music. Mm-hmm. I got older. My dream was crushed. That happens.
Yeah, it
happens to all of us sometimes.
Yeah. That's how you learn.
You just realize oh, that's harder to get into than I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to do something with art. So it's just been the starving artist mentality.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah. So after all these years, I just kept going to all these shows and I started getting all these friends who would come, through on tours and stuff. And then eventually I was like, I'm going to pick up a camera. And, it was just a crappy little camera I got for free. Little Canon.
Yeah.
You can literally buy it for $50. Excuse me. You can buy it for $50.
The beer's already making you belch.
Yeah, it does that. But I love it.
So show us the camera that you have now. This is what you use currently, right?
Yes. This is.
Don't spill beer on it.
Oh, no. This is my baby. This is a Nikon D750.
Ooh.
Yeah, I love it. It's my little baby. I basically took the money from the first tour, and meaning that my first tour was with Mundo and Gold Necklace and Andreas and that crew. So after I got off that tour, I just got my actual first camera.
Awesome.
I just showed up at an adventure show one day and started shooting, and I was like, oh, this is better than I thought it was going to be. Mm-hmm. And then my friends were like, hey, come on tour. And I was like, okay.
And that's where it all started.
That's where it all started. Yeah, it was an accident.
How long have you had this camera for?
So July 11th will be my 1 year being a photographer.
Ooh, 1 year. Congrats. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But this camera is probably only about 6 to 8 months.
Oh, wow. So
it's a newborn baby.
It still needs to have its edges roughed a little bit,
Yeah. It's always a new thing. You're always learning new things, especially when you get into the more expensive gear. There's a lot more on it to learn about. Mm-hmm. And then you want to get new lenses, and that's always a good time.
Yeah, you need the money for that.
Yeah,
you need money for that.
Yep. So everyone out there listening, hire me for tour.
Yeah, you got. Do you have a tour that you're going on in June, right?
I do. Yes. I'm going out with Craig Owens and Kurt Travis.
That run. Yeah. Okay, cool. How long is that tour going to be?
That tour, I think it's going from June 6th to July 8th.
Wow, you're going to be gone for a full, pretty much midsummer.
Yes.
Touring with those guys.
Yes,
that's crazy.
It's going to be a really, really good time. It'll be longest tour yet, biggest tour yet. So super excited for that. And then I probably shouldn't say, but at the end of this year, I think there's going to be another tour that I can't bring up, but yet because it hasn't been announced yet. But
it hasn't been announced, so I mean, when
it is,
are you excited potentially for this that other tour?
Yeah. Oh yeah, very, very excited. I have some other exciting stuff, other exciting people I'm working with as well on exciting things. I think me and Andrew Wells from Dance Gavin Dance, I think we're
Mhm.
going to collab on some stuff pretty soon.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
super cool.
Yeah, he has a whole awesome plan to be able to connect with some fans soon because he's not really big into social media, so
Mhm.
which is understandable. But yeah, I think we're gonna team up and do some work together soon, so that'll be really
Ooh,
exciting.
congrats on that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
congrats. Take a
Thank
sip
you.
for that because that's really cool.
Cheers.
Yeah, I'm gonna start feeling it soon. This is my second time seeing you in 1 week
Yeah.
because I saw you in action at the current show.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Unexpectedly.
Explain that. Like how did you get involved in that?
Yeah. Basically, this was my third time shooting for Foreign Hands. I'm a big
Mhm.
Foreign Hands fan. They opened up the
They
show.
opened up for
They're
him at the
yep,
Nile, at the
at the
Nile
Nile,
Theater. Yeah.
the Nile Theater, in Mesa. Yep, I love Foreign Hands. Actually got into them because Knocked Loose was big advocating them,
hmm
putting their name out there. So I was like, I'm gonna go check them out. Loved it. So it was my third time being able to shoot for them, which was really cool.
Sweet.
Never shot, Unity TX or Currents or like Moss to Flames before.
hmm
And I used to listen to like Moss to Flames when I was like still in high school. So
hmm
it's always a cool experience to get to shoot the bands that you grew up listening to.
I didn't even see the full show. I showed up like literally right at the end for Currents. Yeah, because I was doing a podcast with Sophia and I showed up right at the end of Currents. And then I noticed you and I was like, wait, that's Justine, like right in the corner right there. And then you made your way around and then you were on the right side. And then I kind of moved a little closer and I'm like, I wonder if she'll notice me. And then like we made eye contact and I waved at you all awkwardly and you're like, oh, hey, what's up? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you took a picture of me and I'm like this.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't wait to send that over.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It was good seeing you. It's always cool seeing people in the crowd. I saw a
Yeah.
couple other friends that night too, like I hadn't seen in a long time, just making my way through the crowd. It's always
Mhm.
cool. Yeah, it's hard to shoot at that venue sometimes, It's
You were talking about that before we were recording.
yeah, it's I feel like it's like a very long venue, people pack it out wall to wall and then there's no barricades. So
Mhm.
when there's no photo pit, it's always a good time, having your quick moment of fame on stage.
And you were saying it's kind of dangerous too, being a show photographer, depending
yeah.
on what show you're going to, because you said someone landed on your camera.
I've had
once.
that happen a couple times. I've had glasses broken a couple times. I've had FX lenses
So this is
broken
like
a
your
couple
100th
times.
pair of glasses.
Oh yeah, these are actually my show glasses. They're all scratched up and stuff because I broke my regular pair of glasses
there
at
you
a
go.
show.
Okay, cool.
So these are the backup pair.
There you go. I don't think anything crazy is gonna be happening in here. So I mean,
Yeah, thank God, If so,
Yeah.
I'm ready for it. But yeah, it's a risk, but it's worth it. I think that shows, who's willing to actually get in there and
Mhm.
get the good shots.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. In a room full of people, you of course you want to get it from the front. You want to get the crowd's reaction. You want to get it from I've even had points where I've like moshed my way through with my camera and two-stepping with my camera. Like I get right in the
risky,
pit.
Man. That's so risky.
It comes good photos though.
Yeah. Got to capture the moment.
Yeah, you could see people throwing down and then the lights hitting it and
Yeah.
you could see the people on stage. It just like
Mhm.
completes a moment, So that's what I try to go for.
Who's some of the bands that you've shot for that's some of your favorites? Some of your favorite bands you've shot for?
Shooting for Dance Gavin Dance was super cool on their last tour. That really solidified we kind of became homies from that. And on their next tour, they're giving me a chance to pretty much come out for whatever show I want and shoot. So that's like a dream come true.
That's super cool. Yeah.
Knocked Loose was like insane. It was their tour opening for Bring Me the Horizon, which
Bring Me the Horizon.
couldn't
Wow.
shoot for them because of
You
no,
couldn't
they-
wait. You couldn't shoot for Bring Me the Horizon.
no, I had to
Oh,
like
man.
take my camera out of the venue before they started playing.
Why? Wait, why?
Because Bring Me's tour package just had a tighter knit
Uh-huh.
photo. It's pretty much like nobody that's approved for any of the other bands could shoot because they were like the headliner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a bummer though.
Yeah,
that would have
but-
been cool.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. It was cool. I got to shoot Grandson and Knock Loose, and
Mhm.
Knock Loose is one of my favorite bands, so that was super awesome.
What about the Color 8?
Oh yeah, yeah. Those are my favorite guys to shoot. Of course.
Yeah, of course.
They're the
right.
hypest.
Yeah.
The hypest. The Phoenix Legends.
The Phoenix Legends.
Yes.
We got one in here, actually.
We do. Emmett's over there. But
Yeah.
yeah, we've worked together several times now. I really can't even count.
Yeah. I first met you at their music video shoot. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was awesome.
Everyone got lit. I was like, I can't get too lit. But yeah, I was like, you know, it was a party. It was literally a party. And it was really cool to be able to shoot. I remember one part, like, everybody's in the room, like, it's really sweaty, like, really, really hot. And you're wearing that bunny hat.
I was wearing the bunny mask. Yeah.
And I'm in the closet, like.
Wait, were you? I did not even notice you in the closet.
On a ladder in the closet.
What?
Like, that above shot that I got.
Yeah.
It like of the whole crowd and like people recording it. Like I got that from inside the closet on a ladder.
Man, I did not know. I didn't even know that.
It was too packed in there. I couldn't stand anywhere without being in the frame. So
yeah, it was sweaty in there. It was hot.
It was so
especially
hot.
with me wearing the bunny mask. I was dying. That's why I had to take it off.
Yeah. And then I made you put it back on.
Yeah, everyone did. Yeah. No, that's cool. That was my first time meeting you, and we're gonna like pull up some pics of like shows you've done.
Yeah.
And also from that music video. All right, explain this shot right here.
So
this is a really dope shot.
I love that shot. That's really one of my favorites. It's from Kill Iconic Fest, which was a great way to kick off this year.
Mm-hmm.
Put on by the man, the myth, the legend, Donovan Malero. We love him.
That was in California?
Yeah, that
House
was
of Blues,
at the
Anaheim.
House of Blues. Yep.
Yeah, I beat you
Anaheim.
to it.
You did. Sometimes I forget where all these things are. But yeah, it was a blast. It was so much fun. Got to shoot a bunch of different bands I never thought I would shoot that day.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sounds of Animals Fighting. You know, I love always shooting for Gold Necklace. Love shooting for Hail the Sun. Those are always great bands to shoot. But this one was...
I don't know like half of these bands that you're talking about, so I need to like really do my research on these bands.
It's the Swan Chorus scene.
Okay.
You know, you could say. Yeah, I mean they're all great. They're all great. A lot of fun to work with. But that specific picture was during the Fall of Troy's set, which they have that Guitar Hero song. I don't know if you.
Yeah. No,
that's where everyone knows them from. Yeah, that specific one was from their set. Donovan and Kurt came out for couple of like little features. I snapped that shot during their set, which was close to the end of the festival. After a long day. How
long was the festival?
It was like literally like from 1 o'clock to like 10 o'clock. It was
just a full day festival. It wasn't like a weekend thing.
It was just one big day.
Oh, okay, yeah. That would have been a lot if it was like a full weekend and you were there for a full weekend thing.
I was one of the people that were like, after every single person, I'd have to go back and upload everything, edit on the fly, go back out, take a picture of the next band, come back, edit on the fly. It was fun.
That's a lot though. That's a lot that you're doing.
Yeah.
And this is actually one of my favorite pictures that you took because there's so much detail in this. You could even see the slobber in his mouth as he's singing into the mic.
That's one of my favorite. I feel like.
So explain that shot.
Yeah, that was shooting for Idola.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, Andrew always gives you them angles.
On tour with Rain City Drive, Royal Coda, and Body Thief.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a great lineup.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was their show. That was either their show in Colorado. It was here. But yeah, I got real close to his face, obviously. Zoomed in and...
Were you up front too when you got that shot?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, again, no barricade.
So you were taking a risk too.
Yep, fight my way through. But it was worth it. Like, I love that you can see this bit in his mouth. I think it's a really cool detail. It's always one of my favorites.
And of course, we got to show Jay Reed.
Oh, yeah.
You got to show Jay Reed this shot right
Another
here.
Phoenix legend.
Yeah. Of Prime Society, bass player of Prime Society.
I love that one. The colors, just like the rainbow that was kind of like across him.
Mm-hmm.
That was on tour with The Color 8 and Strawberry Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was with in the background.
San Luis Obispo.
Yeah, that specific one.
Yeah,
Is that what
that
it says?
specific one. Yeah.
Yep. I was with them for like a week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the background. Shout out to my homies in the background.
There you
go. But yeah, they brought me out, and then that's how I met The Color 8. Actually, was on tour. Not even here. I had never heard of them here, and I live here.
What?
Yeah,
That's ironic, actually.
I
That's
know.
cool.
I know. And then we got back, and ever since then we worked together. So
And ever since then, you worked together and you helped shoot for their music video,
yes,
Two Turns.
two turn.
Yeah, Two Turns. And there's this shot. This is a street shot, and Emmett's in this shot too.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
I
like how
like
you
that
do
one.
collages in one,
Yeah,
like a
sometimes
couple
you
pictures
just
in one.
have, photos that are different angles and you want to
Mhm.
fit it all in one and you can't. So it's like, shout out to Scroll.
Yeah. That's an awesome shot.
I could get sponsored.
And then obviously me
Yes,
in
yes,
the
yes,
bunny mask
yes.
when I was dying.
I was like,
It
come
was
put this
hot.
back on and pretend like you're drinking a drink.
Yeah. So explain, because you were saying during that shot, you were literally in the closet on top of a ladder. Crazy.
Yep. Yep. Outside was really fun. We had to do a couple
Outside.
takes over and over and over again. But there
Mhm.
was a big street light like this, like way bigger.
Oh yeah, no, it was like a big,
It was like a panel of
big
light.
panel, like a big square. Yeah.
We're just hogging the whole road. People are trying to get by. We're like, don't hit the equipment.
I mean, they could just turn around.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. But it was awesome. It gave some good light, gave some good shots. We
Yeah.
got some cool stuff. So it was a really fun night.
So do you do more? You do show photography, and also you'll do music videos. You'll do. Do you do model photography too, or?
Yeah. I've been starting to get more into I just did a wedding reception. I like I'll do obviously any type of reception, but
Yeah.
like non-traditional, especially being a part of the LGBT community, like
Mhm.
love doing that kind of stuff. I'm also ordained minister. Shout out, ordained minister. Thank you.
I heard some clapping.
I know.
So
Like clapping, like golf clap. Yeah, I do social media marketing is my big thing as well. I've been doing that for about 5 years. I worked
Mhm.
directly for Facebook for a while, so
Sweet.
love doing that. I'm actually doing some social media stuff, some editing, as well as content creation for a marionette,
Okay.
which they're kind of in the same. They open up for Kurt Travis sometimes and stuff like
Okay,
that.
yeah.
They're part of the Swancore
Yeah.
universe, I would say. They're more pop, but they fit into that community
I gotta
really
listen
well.
to all those bands.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Try to,
I'll just send you a list.
just send me a whole list. So whatever's on your Spotify, just send it to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably a good idea. Yeah, no, they're awesome. But yeah, I do social media marketing. I do photo. I do video. I sell merch. I slang that merch.
Ooh, okay. Slang that merch. For
Slang
who?
that
Like
merch.
just any show you go to, or?
I've done a couple that are just hired jobs, but like on tour, I was doing some merch for Kurt. I was doing merch for Mundo, which is another one of those
I
artists.
just like saying the name Mundo.
Mundo. He's awesome. Shout out to him too. He's the guy who took me on my first tour. So
Ooh, okay.
yeah, he's awesome. But definitely would give him a listen if you're watching this.
I'll give him a listen. Yeah.
You
I
should.
haven't heard just the name Mundo. I'm already interested.
You should. But
Yeah. So
yeah.
what's the future of Justine? What are your goals with what you're doing?
That's
moving
the
forward?
question,
And-
right?
yeah.
It's hard because I want to keep pursuing and maintaining this as a full-time thing.
Mhm.
I love touring more than anything. I love doing photography more than anything. Like working with bands, working with music. It's awesome. So I'd like to do this as much as I can. In the meantime, I just DoorDash around.
You were door dashing before coming here. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Got to make that money. Got to pay rent.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
gotta pay rent, pay for more camera equipment.
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. That's what I'm
Dang
saying.
camera,
So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. And in the future, I just want to if I can just book out my months full of tours and photo work, I'm happy.
yeah. You
I'm
take
happy.
badass photos too. I
Thank
love your
you.
work.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Every day is a new learning curve, I feel like. So you just, there's so much stuff coming out
Yeah.
with the upgrades and all the equipment.
So how do
Photoshop,
you what's your process going into a show, especially do you have a different mindset on who's depending on who's playing, the band and the venue, how
Yeah.
you go into that and how you're going to shoot that show?
Yeah, definitely. Well, if they have a photo pit, I like to be there.
Mhm.
It's nice because then you have, a lot of room to shoot from a couple different angles from the front of the stage, which is always very, very nice not to have to fight with people. Fight through people.
Fight through people.
Don't fight with people. Fight through people. So usually what I'll do is I'll like try to figure out the shooting, what's going on, how the lights are, you know, and then from there I'll like figure out, especially like the other day with foreign hands, I was like, I'm gonna start in the front because as I know as soon as it starts to pick up and people start getting into it, people start getting drunk. They start crowd surfing, they start moshing, and they start jumping off
You
stage.
almost kind of got to do your research regarding with the venue and who's performing, like how you're going to go into that, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I want to get as many angles as I possibly can.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I always bring 2 lenses. I have my 24-70, which is a zoom lens. And then I have my 10.5 fisheye,
Okay.
which definitely provides some good shots, especially for like small venues.
Yeah. Like the Nile or Rebel Lounge.
Like the underground.
The underground, yeah.
The underground, the Rebel Lounge. Like a lot of the venues that we played with the Color 8 and Strawberry Girls were like kind of like last second booking venues. So a lot of them were like almost like small bars and stuff.
You said you've done the Van Buren, right?
Yes.
You said that's your favorite so far that you've
Oh yeah, I mean that's
photography
a
for?
treat.
Oh yeah, the Van Buren.
You know?
Yeah. I'm so disappointed. I've never seen a show at the Van Buren before. I feel like I've seen a show
awesome.
everywhere else but the Van Buren here in Arizona.
Yeah. I've seen lots of different artists there. Hippocampus, Spirit Box.
Ooh.
The Color 8 was just there.
The Color 8,
Seriously, the Color 8.
On Memorial
I wasn't
Day.
there specifically. I was working. But yeah, I've been there a lot. I'm blanking out right now. I shot for Bay Ledges, which he was on tour with Big Wild, which is like electronic music. So I also like shooting that too.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty much open to working with whatever.
Do you have a favorite genre of music that you like to listen to?
Yeah. I mean, you know, mostly like metal, core.
Yeah. 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 I mean, we ran into you at the Current show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some people didn't like Currents live.
That's whack.
It's not
That's
to put you guys on the
whack.
spot. Shh.
Whack.
Whack. I thought they were okay.
I think they're pretty good. I like Moss Flames personally, but
Who?
like Moss Flames, the people who opened for them.
Yeah, I wasn't there. Yeah, I just saw Currents.
You missed out.
I know I missed out. Yeah, and I just showed up for the last hour and then had to go.
Yeah, but that's mostly what I listen to. I've been getting really weirdly into reggae lately.
Okay.
Some like Slightly Stupid.
Do you have any?
Marley.
Obviously, do you have any like inspired tattoos from bands or artists? Because you have a lot of tattoos.
Yeah, I'm working on a Dance Gavin dance leg here.
Okay.
It's kind of like on the opposite side. So like I have an Inspired the Liars tattoo, and then I have like something from the Happiness era. Talking is for functioning people, which is a Kurt.
Nice. I like the color on it too. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. It's my favorite lyrics.
Are you gonna get like a whole piece done on your leg or?
Yeah. I think I don't know what's next. I got, little Tim down here.
Okay.
Rest in peace.
Nice. Yeah, I like that. Do you get all your tattoos done like in one place or different artists?
No, I'm from Michigan originally.
Ah,
so
okay.
I grew up getting tattoos in Michigan. But then I moved to Arizona and now I go to his @ is Nergent, Nergent. And he does like a lot of traditional stuff. So that's where I got this one at least.
Awesome.
This Tim one I got from Kurt Travis's girlfriend Sophie.
Ah,
Who does
nice.
tattoos, and they knew Tim, so
Cool.
that was really special to get that from her.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those are most of my band tattoos, mostly centered around Dance Gavin.
What about your arm?
All the tattoos on my arm are pretty much different points of my life. So,
Awesome.
I have like a snake shedding its skin. I have a scorpion. I'm a Scorpio. I don't get super into all that, but I think it's cool.
Yeah.
My first tattoo, it's supposed to be like think with your heart, not your head. So like a heart's coming on.
Why do you think people get into horoscopes and stuff? And like the signs and everything?
Oh, this is a fascinating question. If you know me, you're laughing right now. No, I respect everybody's understanding of, life, however they want to portray it, everyone's perspective.
Yeah.
I think astrology, as well as, pretty much anything, is comforting to be able to give humans some type of an answer of how we all,
I guess are.
why we all are the way that we are.
Yeah.
You know, I'm much more of a like psychology based person.
Yeah.
Which it's really cool because sometimes astrology and psychology do have some things that are similar
In a sense, yeah.
in a sense. But you know, I definitely don't think I'm a photographer because I'm a Scorpio.
Yeah. What about a Libra? I'm a Libra. Do you know anything about Libras?
No,
No, not at all.
no. I've met some Leos and they say something like, "Oh, Leos are, you know, we're all about ourselves and blah blah blah." I'm like, okay, you know.
You're like,
I'm like, okay.
okay.
So I guess Scorpios are supposed to be like mysterious and like sensual, which
Oh,
I get that, you know.
okay.
But
Yeah.
mysterious, no. I would
No.
say I'm pretty out there. Yeah, I don't know, you know. It's everyone has their own little thing
Yeah.
that they get into. So it's like all respect, all respect. I think the world's a mystery.
Just, you know, just take it for what it is, you know.
Yeah, I think
You're born, I feel like, who you are. Yeah.
yeah, you're born who you are.
Yeah.
Maybe I was born this way.
Yeah. I mean, it's simple as that, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, I think the way you're raised, I think the environment around you
Mm.
has a lot to do with who you turn into. Or like me, I'm the opposite of how my parents were, but I turned out great.
It turned out amazing. Yeah.
Freaking great.
Yeah. And you're going to be doing amazing this summer on your tour. Good luck with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
Stay safe, you know. Protect your
We
camera.
all try. We all try, you know. Sometimes
your camera.
you're sleeping in the van and you wake up and you're like, am I alive?
Yeah.
You know? And as soon as you know you are, it's good.
Yeah. Protect your camera like it's your own baby. You know, it's your baby.
Oh, I do.
Real quick question before we end this interview. What
Yes.
is it like touring with these bands? Long slug.
Last question, Slug. What is it like?
Mhm.
It's a dream come true.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Do you
It's
live
tough.
like so you do everything with them, right? Even after the shows, before the shows?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like for example, my first tour, we slept in the van pretty much the entire time. Like
Oh,
I
wow.
think we got a hotel maybe 3 times in 3 weeks. Like literally.
So
3
you really
times,
get to
3
know
weeks.
the band really well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you hear it all. You
Uh-huh.
know, you're sleeping in vans, it's cold out, it's warm out, you're going through different temperatures, you're getting sick.
Mm,
You know, I at least get sick every single tour I go on. So, you know, you're not eating well.
yeah.
You know, it's like
Because everything, it's super fast paced, I'm sure, right?
super
Yeah.
fast paced. Everything seems unreal. You know,
Mhm.
when you're off tour, you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
back to reality. You know, so it's like it's definitely so much fun. It's a lot of work. Yeah, I mean, as soon as we get to the venue, I load everything out. I set everything up. I make sure all the VIP stuff's right. If people got VIP, you know,
Mhm.
I take the pictures. I make sure everyone got their pictures to get signed. All that stuff. At the end of the, you know, then you work your shift. It's all happening at
Mhm.
you. You know, you go
Yeah.
shoot around. You sell some merch. You slang some merch. You meet new people, and then it's over, and you got to tear everything down.
Yeah.
And then
And it's like a repeated cycle.
yeah.
Do that in
It's
the
like
next city,
day
the next
we're
venue. Yeah.
playing out 8 hours away, you know? So it's like, okay,
That's so
let's get on the
awesome.
road. Let's drive for a couple hours after
Yeah.
we played a whole show.
That's so awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds fun for you.
It's a
like
lot
this
of
summer.
fun.
Yeah.
It's worth being sick and
Yeah.
sleeping in a van.
Does everyone else get sick? If one person gets sick, everyone else gets sick?
Typically,
Because you guys are all.
yeah, we
Yeah.
all just, you know,
Mhm.
we're just sharing the experience.
Yeah, it's the experience. Yeah, well, cheers to the experience.
the
Thank you,
experience.
Justine, for coming on.
Yes. Thanks for
Thank
drinking a beer
you.
with me.
I know, yeah. I'm gonna feel a little bit after I'm like this much in. So after that, I'll probably be feeling something. So
Yeah.
check on your dog. I know you gotta check on your dog.
Oh, yes.
after
I gotta
this.
go see Miss Bear.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming out, Justine. Yeah,
Thank
I'll
you.
probably
I
see
appreciate
you
it.
around. You know, we know mutual people, so I'll see you
Yeah.
around.
See me at a show.
Yeah,
the next
another
show.
show. Yes. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, well,
Justine.
thank you.
Sweet.